On the 1st of December 2020, the lower chamber of the National Assembly requested the appearance of President Muhammadu Buhari on the strength of a motion moved by lawmakers from Borno State and the northeastern part of Nigeria, following the massacre of more than 40 rice farmers by terrorists. The purpose of the invitation, according to the lawmakers, was for the president to explain and brief Parliament on the rising spate of insecurity in the country. Sequel to the motion passed on the floor of Parliament, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, led a delegation to the State House to meet with the President on account of the invitation. The visit hinted that the President had agreed to honor the invitation. In fact, an aide to the President on social media, Loretta Onoche's tweet, confirms the President's consent to attend. However, few days to the President making appearance in Parliament, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, made a public statement that the National Assembly lacks the power to summon the President with regards to security matters.
How can the Attorney General and Minister of Justice say that National Assembly has no power to invite the President? It's not heard of. Throughout the world, where they are practicing the kind of democracy that we are practicing, the National Assembly has power to summon every citizen, President inclusive. So if the National Assembly feel that the President has gone astray, or they have a question to make about his policies, who else will invite the President? Is it me?
In fact, in situations whereby the situation has gotten so damaging and there is need to impeach a president, the House, the National Assembly of the country, by the provision of the Constitution, is empowered to send a letter to the President, asking him to come and explain himself before steps are taken, whether to vote him out by the two houses.
His argument is hinged on Section 218 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, asserting that the management and control of the security sector, including the power to determine the operational use of the armed forces, is exclusively vested in the President as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces.
The President, Muhammadu Buhari, is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, whose primary responsibility is to ensure that lives and properties of Nigerians are well secured. So, he is in the best position to explain. It is not a matter of limiting, moderating the kind of questions, sensitive questions that they will ask him. But there are some basic explanations as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces that he can divulge. There's some information he can divulge to assure the representatives of the people.
The House of Assembly is supposed to be a frequent house of the President. If he has anything, in fact, there are some things, if not because of the nature of country we have, there are some steps, there are some money he cannot spend without going to the House of Assembly. He is going to be the person to go to the House of National Assembly to canvass and convince them that this action he wanted to take is necessary.
The legal practitioners also commented on the call for the sack of service chiefs.
Because the House is empowered to determine or decide the way the interview they want it to go. There are situations whereby some of them are done in camera. It's within their purview to say, okay, Mr. President, we so much respect you. We want you to come around here, explain to us that no journalist whatsoever.
That is the constitutional provision for their appointment. He has the sole prerogative to hire them and to fire them. It is beyond just the individual service chiefs. If you bring in another set of service chiefs, that is not the solution. The solution lies in the fact that the over-centralization of the security architecture of Nigeria is a major problem.
But when it comes to security, a president will definitely want to be very careful about the service chiefs, because apart from being protecting the country, they are equally the people who are supposed to be most loyal to him.
With the nation still grappling with the scourge of kidnapping, banditry and terrorism. It is believed that the strategic deployment and effective use of security forces will bring the menace of insecurity to an end. Oyin Priye Krumale, High Impact Television News.